Hello guys, welcome back to Bart from Coding into Health. Today I will make a video that's actually a continuation of the previous video, which was about why people are people pleasing, and one of the reasons is because of a lack of self-identity. Now this video will be about what can you actually do, so 3 steps to developing a stronger sense of self. Okay, let's dive right into it. The first step has to do with writing. If you want to have a stronger sense of self, it is very well recommended to periodically, let's say daily, sit down at your table, take a piece of paper, take a pen, and write down 5 things or even 10 things that you associate yourself with. That could be like, I like this kind of hobby. I feel this way on a regular basis. This is what I think is important for me or in life. I am someone that likes this, dislikes this, values this, doesn't value that. And try to write like at least 10 items and try to get as detailed and specific as possible. And if it's really not working that well, just call in a best friend or maybe a parent or a spouse, call in their help and let them go over your list or let them help you make the list and let them give you feedback, all right? Do that task daily. Second task has to do with energy healing, and it has to do with the region of self in the body. So the body can be divided into, let's say, an axis that's going along this energy axis, and we have plexuses along that spine, which are represented on the physical plane as nerve plexus. But their energetic counterpart are energy plexus, energy vortexes, energy centers, or also known as chakra. So there are a few chakras, 2 or 3 depending on how flexible you are, but there are a few chakras that are, once they are purified and stimulated and opened in a healthy, steady way, they will help you with forming a sense of I believe the most important one is the sacral chakra. The second most important one is the solar plexus. And I would say they're almost equally important when it comes to forming a sense of self. Some people will say it's more about the solar plexus, while other people will say it's about the sacral. I believe it's about a combination of these two. Because the sacral chakra, when you translate it, means the abode of self. When you translate Swadhisthana chakra, Swadhisthana chakra, it translates into the abode of. And the Manipura translates into something else, like something about gem or jewel. Can't remember specifically about the Manipura or the solar plexus. But it is very commonly associated with ego, development of an ego, boundary, power, leadership. And these things are nearly impossible without having a sense of self. So the second way of building a strong sense of self is by working on these energy centers, the sacral chakra and the solar plexus chakra. Now, if you're not an energy healer, I know it can seem a little bit more difficult on how to actually do that. But one thing that you can look into yourself is pranayama exercises, like alternate nostril breathing, which is going on. Yep. So that's how it kind of looks like. You breathe in, you hold, and then you breathe out, and then you. So look up alternate nostril breathing. That's more for the upper chakras, but nevertheless it's going to build your energy. Then second pranayama that's directly working on these two chakras is Kapalabhati breathing, which is, I will make a separate video on that. I will just give you the name now. I will make a separate video on these two pranayamas. Especially Kapalabhati is working on these two energy centers, which will help you establish a stronger sense of self. Kapalabhati, very short, is a breathing technique or pranayama technique, also called a kriya, that will, because it's a pranayama, it will lead to the accumulation. It helps you to develop prana in this. But it's also considered a kriya, so it will also purify and stimulate these energy centers, which is exactly what you want in the context of developing a strong sense of self. The third way of developing a strong sense of self has to do with practical implication into the everyday outside world. It is to project your will. So for example, if someone asks your opinion, then do not hesitate. Formulate your opinion. If someone, let's say someone asks you to take their place because they're sick, and they ask you, so can you, by the way, fill in for me because I'm sick that day, I cannot come to work, could you maybe come to work on that particular day? If your gut feeling says no, then you should be projecting that will outside of you and say, no, I'm sorry, that won't be possible, but maybe next time. See? So I want you to practice expressing your opinion, expressing your voice, expressing your opinions outside into the world, to your friends, to your colleagues, to your spouse, to your parents, to everyone you come in contact with. And do it in a calm and grounded way, so that people don't get upset too much. Alright, that's it, guys. I will leave down below a link to my free ebook, Grounding Secrets 101, which are basically about 8 or 7 steps on how to get more grounded in your day-to-day life. It's completely free. If you want to sign up for that, feel free to do so. I will leave you now. I love you all. Bye-bye.